Hi guys, it's me Lewis, and today I'm here to do a little rant video on why social media, and more importantly, being terminally online, is becoming more of a horrifying addiction than ever before. Now, of course, this will come as a surprise to absolutely no one, is that bullying has been a thing for, well, since the dawn of time, especially during the early stages of the internet. But nowadays, it's kind of gotten to that dangerous point where anyone who bullies is not afraid to not only admit that they're doing it, but they're doing it for a so-called political or so-called a righteous cause to try and prove that they are in the right, even though they're clearly in the wrong because they practically became more mentally unstable than you might think. And let's not forget the fact that the whole terminally online scenario does play a massive role in this, because individuals like that practically prove to the entire world that they have no hobbies, no friends, no life in general. Hell, they don't even have a fucking partner in their life, which explains why they're so goddamn miserable. And to top it all off, they're morely focused on trying to sort out the whole situation regarding the fact that they are trying to gain basically popularity and approval ratings from random strangers that they haven't even fucking met. Even if they're actually chatting with them online, they barely even fucking know the bastards. And it makes perfect sense as to why they act this way. So let's start off with this person, for example, right? Because this is a recent event that has happened, because for some fucking reason, VTubers are getting attacked just completely out of the blue for no fucking reason whatsoever. And of course, it all started with that Anna Velis, Van Helen's guy, whatever the fuck his name is, the sick depraved bastard who had his audios leaked online, where he was basically confirming that there are places that people can go to sexually assault women and basically breed the fuck out of them, right? And this Anna bloke apparently is a journalist for Vice, and he made a hit piece on an individual called Kirsha, or Kersha, how you pronounce her fucking name. And when those slanderous hit pieces failed miserably, and of course she threatened to file a lawsuit against them, they immediately took that shit down. And Anna, of course, ran away from Twitter/X and crawled all the way into fucking Blue Sky, aka the narrative bubble website. And yes, I am aware that Twitter still does have its fair share of lunatics on there as well, which of course, yeah, no surprise there. Same goes with Facebook, YouTube, every social media website that you can think of under the sun. However, when you look at sites like Blue Sky, for example, it shows the absolute dangers of being terminally online 24/7. Because another example I'll give is this individual, which again links to the whole VTuber nonsense, where he's going around calling VTubers a Nazi under almost in every single fucking sentence that he posts online. And if you do go on this guy's actual profile, if he hasn't already locked his account down, go through every single date that you would see on that post, and that will prove my point right there, that individuals like that have some of the most unhinged rants ever, to the point where their livelihood is focused on social media and politics. And that alone is extremely fucking dangerous, because what individuals like that don't seem to realize is that the reason why they're so depressed, so miserable, so self-loathing, and why they have so much hatred and rage built up within their very souls is because their activism, protesting over dumb shit that's not even worth it, and they know it. And most importantly, them crying victim when they get called out for trying to ruin the lives and careers of others. And in that situation, I wouldn't call it counter cancel culture. I would call it fuck around and find out culture. Which, thank God, these bastards are receiving karma, because being behind a keyboard or typing on a phone doesn't give you a shield by being protected from everyone else online. That's not how it fucking works. Especially when using buzzwords from sexist, racist, or better yet, using a new tactic by throwing serious allegations at people who have completely different views than them, in order to either shut them up or try and ruin their lives because, again, different opinions. But in all actuality, when they're speaking about those buzzwords to other people, they're practically speaking about themselves. So if you want to use that tactic against them, watch how they respond, and you'll see exactly what I'm on about, and you'll know for a fact that they've got something to hide. It's that fucking simple. Either that, or they're just miserable pricks. And sure, you can sure you can argue the fact that you could obviously ignore them or block them or make fun of them. True, that may be so. But when it comes to someone like me, I'm practically conducting research from these crazy bastards from afar. So when you see people like this who practically spew bullshit like this or use bullying tactics to get their way, if someone steps out of line that they either like or secretly hate behind the scenes, it's a clear indication to me that they've practically stopped seeing the world with a sense of wonder, because again, nothing makes them fucking happy. No matter what you do, no matter what you try to present to them, they're always gonna be miserable fucking bastards. They've proven that time and time again. Hell, it's now gotten to that breaking point where they've practically admitted online to bullying other people that they don't fucking like, or make some slight disagreement with them, or makes a slightly offensive joke or whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is, they used to be a certain time frame on the internet when it comes to bullying where these individuals would perform that horrible fucking tactic by harassing, bullying, sending death threats over stupid dumb shit, and they would back into a corner and hide and just hope for the best that they won't get caught. Nowadays, and I mean nowadays, they are literally coming out of the woodwork and just saying, yeah, I bully. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? I'm bullying people. I'm a piece of shit. And that alone just shows you how fucking scary this shit has become. Because here's what the terminally online pricks don't seem to fucking realize, right? This is going to mentally fuck them in the ass in the long term. And it may not happen today, it may not happen tomorrow, but during around the 60 to 90 age demographic, their paranoia, their schizophrenia, and possibly their hallucinogenic components that their brains are practically going to unleash upon themselves is going to spiral out of control to the point where they're not going to be able to look after themselves. They're going to be incompatible with being independent within society, and on top of that, they're probably going to end up being arrested or possibly beaten to death due to how mentally ill they are. And the only solution to combat this is by putting them in a mental care home once they reach that age point. And there's a reason, and there's a reason why I'm saying that. There's a reason why I'm not bringing up the fact that they should be getting actual mental help in current times. Because in my honest take on this, these individuals are so far gone from reality. There is no fucking way in hell you can help them now. It's like the whole Christian scenario all over again, where you have someone who is incredibly mentally unstable due to whatever fucked up shit that's going on in their lives, and it got so bad to the point where that mental illness just kept on fueling itself up until it just combusted into flames, and now their lives are permanently fucking ruined. And that's precisely what's going on with individuals like this, especially this guy. Which, yeah, apologies for bringing this guy up, but it's important. It's the important take on this video. When you look at someone like this, for example, who has a certain flag or has a bunch of pronouns in their bio, whilst going out of their way to admit online, I am sad, I am depressed, nothing makes me happy, I'm a miserable fucking cunt. There is something going on there. There is either the fact that their families or their friends don't actually give a shit about them in their close livelihood, or it could stem from the fact that there is guilt in their lives that they've done something so fucking heinous, so fucked up, to the point where they had to lash out at others in order to make that guilt stop. But all it does is build up more and more and more and more. And And again, this is what pisses me the fuck off with these people. They don't want to confess the reason why they're miserable. Sure, they'll put the same sentences out there, but they will never ever confess it. Motherfucker, you are going to confess whether you like it or not, because the only thing that I can pray for, which I doubt will happen, but the only thing I can pray for is that there will come a point in time in your life that that you will mentally snap and you will come out the woodwork and say, the reason why I'm so angry and miserable and why I'm such a bully is because a certain family member treated me like shit, or perhaps they were bullied in school because, you know, they still hold that grudge to this very day. Or maybe because of the fact that they turned their entire life into a whole political career, which, by the way, a lot of streamers have done that already, and you can tell for a fact they have regretted that decision, because not only is their own audience completely fucking insane and just as well delusional as they are, perhaps, but also the fact that they cannot break away from that particular group of people, because they know for a fact that that psychotic tribe will come after them if they made that one little betrayal or claim that they're going to quit politics entirely, because they know they're fucked. They know they're stuck in that corner and there's no way they can get out of it. And either way, this shit is completely fucking dangerous for one's mindset, because you can't have politics be your entire life. You need to have some form of happiness in there. Not everything has to be doom and gloom with you, because this is what's causing your mental state to decline at a rapid pace, and it's got to fucking stop. It really has to fucking stop, but sadly, not everyone wants to be fucking cured from this. They believe that being miserable or being part of a certain political cult or a certain sex cult will bring them joy and happiness, but in reality, it doesn't. All it does is bring more pain and misery, and the sad truth is, then they may not even realize it until it's too fucking late, but who knows? Only time will tell with these pricks. Okay guys, that's all I have time for, so don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what are your thoughts on the whole scenario regarding people who are terminally online. Do you think I've covered everything on this video? Do you think I missed anything else? Do let me know in the comment section. Okay guys, peace out.